Office, City of Indianapolis. Peter Kirkwood, Protocol Officer for International Center. He always helps us. Beautiful flags behind us. And thank you, Peter, for bringing those here. It looks beautiful. We also have a special guest here, Arman Ibrahim. Where is he? He looks very young. He's a race car driver. He's a race car driver. He's racing for IndyCar racing here. He came all the way from Chennai, India. Thank you, Arman. Now, without any ado, it's very hard to introduce Ambassador Nirupama Rao because you can write a book on her career, life, and her knowledge and skills, what she has done throughout the world. We have a very special guest, and we are very, very lucky to have her in Indianapolis. I have been eagerly anticipating this evening for months, like many of you. I recognize that the opportunity to hear our speaker in person tonight is a rare and extremely valuable opportunity. Mrs. Nirupama Rao assumed her responsibilities as Ambassador of India to the United States in September 2011. On completion of her university studies and with an MA in English literature, she joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1973. In a diplomatic career spanning over 3 decades, she served in various world capitals, including Washington, Beijing, and Moscow. She acquired extensive experience in India-China relations, having served in the East Asia division of the ministry at policy level capacities for several years and later serving as India's first woman ambassador to China from 2006 to 2009. Her other ambassadorial assignments include Peru and Bolivia and Sri Lanka. Again, she was the first India's woman High Commissioner in Sri Lanka. Ms. Rao has served previously in Washington in the capacity of Minister for Press and Cultural Affairs at the Indian Embassy from 1993 to 1995. She has also served in Moscow as a Deputy Chief of Mission in the late 90s. On return to New Delhi, she was designated as spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs in 2001, and again, she is the first woman Indian Foreign Service officer to hold that post. On completion of her ambassadorial tenure in Sri Lanka and China, she has appointed Foreign Secretary, the highest office in the Indian Foreign Service, where she served a 2-year term till end of July 2011. Ambassador Rao was a fellow at the Center for International Affairs. Now it is called Weatherhead Center at Harvard University in the early 1990s. She was also a distinguished international executive in residence at the University of Maryland at College Park in 1999 to 2000. Ambassador Rao is married to Mr. Sudhakar Rao. He is also a distinguished civil servant, a former member of Indian Administrative Service, who retired as the Chief Secretary of the State Government of Karnataka. They have 2 sons, Nikhilesh and Kartikeya. And she's also a big fan of social media. When she was in Libya, she used Twitter. She's the first woman or first IFS officer to use Twitter, and now she has more followers on Twitter. And I don't want to waste another moment of our time. So ladies and gentlemen, please give an energetic welcome to our speaker for the evening, Ambassador Nirupama Rao.